Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, I trust you enjoyed my last video on country music legends or country music royalty almost, Alabama. And through their song, I'm in a hurry and I don't know why, we asked that very question of ourselves. So I trust you found that one encouraging. We're going on to a bunch of guys that were formed in 1989 in Sydney. Suze DiMarchi had come back from Europe after having a little bit of success, and there was a bit of a move to get a band around her. And so they got Frank Chalenza on drums, Dave Leslie on guitar, and Eddie Paris on bass. And with that foursome, Baby Animals were formed. Now, when these guys came out, they hit the ground running and really captured Australia's imagination. Between 1989 and 1996, there were two studio albums. Then there was a bit of a break, and then a reformation in 2007 onwards, when these guys are still going. Two more studio albums. So it's a classic case of, the band's ever really finished? Or is a bit of unfinished business as, life experience happens and we learn about new things to write about. So these guys have supported some pretty amazing guys, particularly when they did go overseas for a while. Bryan Adams heard their first album, thought, wow, I need to get these guys as my support acts. Van Halen also, there's that's music royalty right there, supported those guys. And when the Black Crowes, who I'm actually interestingly doing next time, did Australia-New Zealand tour, they were the support act for them. They've also appeared on the David Letterman show. So, these guys got a bit of a following and a bit of international success. The Baby Animals have won 2 ARIA Awards, Australian Record Industry Association Awards, particularly for this first album. Now, these guys are hard rock. Let's just face it, hard rock, these guys. Frank's pelting drums. We've got Dave's incredible guitar work. We'll get onto one of the guitar pieces in Australia in a minute. And also Eddie just keeping the drive of the band going. But, when we put all of that behind Suze DiMarchi, she's a pretty good looking girl as well. She's got a pretty amazing voice, and it really helps when you can play the guitar as well. And, when you put those four together, you've got a bit of a music powerhouse going on here. And I do remember when the Baby Animals come out, and particularly with the song we'll get onto in a minute, that I was thinking, wow, these guys are pretty good. Very tight musically. Great songwriting, great lyrics, good thought-provoking stuff, all the rest of it. Just an all-round good hard rock act. And of course, Australia loves hard rock. And so these guys fitted right in with that. And also with other bands like Bryan Adams, Van Halen, and the Black Crowes also fitted in with them as well. And so when you think about these guys, the song you probably think about first of all is One Word. Now, what One Word is all about, we can replace the word one word with assuring your partner that you think they're pretty amazing. And as it talks about, if I just had one word from you, one touch, one smile, my life would be so much better. It's like, life can go along sometimes and we kind of just doing what we're doing and we're kind of just in each other's life, but we forget that, they are your partner and your significant other. And they're just hanging out for a bit of assurance from you, some reassurance that you're actually still with them, you still want them, you still love them, and all that rest of it. Life tends to take us over a bit at times, and sometimes we forget to do this stuff. But, all we need is one word, or just a smile, or a touch, or a hug. And, that can show your partner that you actually really do care, and you actually still really do love them. Because, love is just one of these things. Now, we do invest a lot in this thing called love, the receiving and giving of love. And, with such an investment, an emotional investment going on with this thing, well, you need to reward that emotional investment of your partner with just little genuine, little showings of love, tellings of love, just to let you know, hey, look, everything's okay. Instead of walking with the relationship, we're working on it, right? We're actually saying, hey, yeah, look, I'm actually with you. I'm still here. I still love you. I still want you. We should be doing this stuff daily, actually, because then it leaves no shadow of a doubt how we're actually feeling and thinking about the other person. And when both parties are doing that, it gets to a point where, you know, the words aren't so much needed because there's just a general ease and comfort about the whole thing. But let's not take that for granted, because we still need to show that we love our partners. Very, very important, because they're our partner. They're the ones we spend our intimate moments with. They're the ones that we do life with. We're the ones that we just be ourselves with. We really need them in our lives, and we have to show them and tell them that they mean something. Not just assume they get it, because human beings' minds go into all sorts of interesting places when we don't hear it. And next minute, it sort of gets a little bit past the point of no return, and we don't really don't want that either. So if you either the partners in a relationship, if you're kind of forgetting to do this stuff, step it up. Really, you know, just, hey, you know what? I love you, right? I'm so glad you're in my life. These are these moments when you just don't do it in passing. You might do it that, but you know, the phones are off, and you know, the most important person in your life is your partner. We forget about all the other stuff, because you know, one of the great things partners do is we can escape with them when the world gets a bit much. Great, beautiful thing about relationships. So trust that will all be a bit of an encouragement for you today. Well, we've got we've got a live clip and a couple of official clips today, and you'll see what I mean by how incredible these guys actually are on stage. We'll start off with one word. This came off that iconic Baby Animals album from 1991. This was a massive album for these guys. It stayed on #1 in Australia for a long time, because it just had such really good songs. In fact, all the clips are from this first album today. So the great thing I love about one word, even before we get into the song and Susie's incredible vocals, is Dave's incredible guitar work at the start. This is an iconic guitar piece right here. And you know, it takes a long time for the vocals to actually start. That's okay, because when you get in a bit of a groove and a bit of a feel, and it's almost like, you know, it's almost like the guitar at the start's representing that lull in relationship, and all of a sudden, bang, boom, the band goes off, and it's like, hey, that's right, one word. Stop, one word. Give me something here. I need to know you love me, because I love you. So the whole band, this is a pretty incredible live performance. This one from 2016. So this is certainly after the Reformation. They've still got it, these guys. So, you know, we've got incredible guitar work from Dave, Eddie on bass, and Frank on drums. Just the whole thing's pretty compelling. Very tight for Suze then to come along and put her incredible vocals over the top. And of course, there's some great, pretty good harmonies going on in this band as well. So just good all-round performance, these guys. We then got Rush You. This is the official clip of that same album. This song's kind of all about the fact that, hey, I'm really building on from the last song a little bit. Hey, I really don't know how we are at the moment. You're not really giving me much information, and there's rumours you've got another person in your life. But I don't want to rush you here. I don't want to push you. I don't want to push you away. But hey, what's going on? So a bit of some tender lyrics there between caring for the person but needing to go at the same time. We then got Painless. This is the official clip as well. This is all about kind of relationships coming to an end and the stuff we deal with when those particular moments happen. So we've got, so the links to those 3 Baby Animals songs are in the description below. And I've also included my last video from Alabama, so if you want to recap on them, feel free. Well, if you've come back for another one, or this is your first time to Life Reflections Through Music, thank you very much for everybody for hanging around. Really appreciating the engagement we're getting of late. How cool to have this little community forming. Really, really good. It's not about the numbers, it's about the quality, and I hope that my videos are resonating with you. And always feel free to hang around to the end. So that's it for today. Next time we're going to go on to the band I mentioned before, the Black Crows. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.